because I looking back, I think it's the Latina. Like you're like, no, you don't know what you want. Like you don't. You're like, how do you even know what genetics is? Like I was literally that person. That's why I kind of go back to that moment of like checking off white, because I remember so vividly. I was in this little table, like trying to sign up for my major, and I said genetics, and they're like, "Oh, don't you want to do like biology?" Like they were trying to tell me what to do, and I was like, "No, I want to do genetics."
Yeah.
And they're like, because it was one of the only schools that offered genetics as a degree for undergraduate for college, and I was like, "No, this is what I want. This is what I want." And she was like, kept questioning me. I don't know what her
Why do you
question.
think they were trying to steer you another way?
Well, because I looking back, I think it's the Latina. Like you're like, no, you don't know what you want. Like you don't. You're like, how do you even know what genetics is? like,
Right.
like I know what it is. Like this is what I want to do. And I remember when I then started the major, there weren't like probably 20. I think by the time I finished, there was 40, but maybe there's about 20 kids who had or students who had signed up to
Right.
be genetic. And I was definitely the only Latina. And then another guy came, and he would happen to be Colombian. And we were the only two for the whole 4 years
Wow.
that were Latinos or anything other than white.
So for you, it was like, even though you were struggling, somebody saw the potential in you, a few teachers that you were like, oh yeah, you can do this. And they helped you out.
It was so funny how like to this day I still like just admire her as a human being. She always was so kind to the students. And she just would like, she already was doing all the, okay, like if you're taking this spelling test, like you can take it over here. I don't know. And I just remember her being so kind when I needed it the most. And also like that, my school was also very liberal. And I just remember being part of this community of teachers that taught us, like, we went through all of Latin American history, like the bad stuff, right? Like the things that Latin America has been through a lot.
A lot.
And it became very present to us that, you know, we have to like represent who we are. Otherwise our history is going to be erased. But she was just one of those people who was relentless in making sure that we had what we needed to succeed. She was just always there. She was very present. So I ended up actually staying with her and her family for a week.
Wow.
And so she like really took me under her belt, and just like, since that's where that relationship kind of started and the friendship. So we became truly a family.